Hey everybody, welcome to Wonder Woman Says. It's been a lot of things happening lately. I know we had like a big ratings increase this past week. Some of you probably saw like shared a short that got like over 600 reviews. Caught me by surprise. I never had that much views for a video in just one day. I know we up to like 3,600 now in views.
609.
Yeah, I think we're gonna hit 4,000 in a couple of weeks.
And we owe it all to you, or rather, you watching this right now.
Hell yeah. And also before we get into anything, I really scored one a couple of days ago. This is a Action Comics from 1947, issue number 113. Paid $25 for it, but if the cover were on it, this book probably would have been maybe like $300 or $400 easily.
Is this the oldest comic you own now?
Yeah, it is. This is Superman actually by Sable and Shuster.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't written by nobody else but them.
So as soon as we get a frame for that, that's going to go right next to Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
That one's from 54, you said?
1953.
Oh.
Wonder Woman number 60. That comic book was reprinted too in the 70s.
Neat.
Believe it or not. I got the original. Granted, the cover is missing, but hey, better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got some good ones for you tonight. I know Marvel then started yet another new Spider-Man series. I don't know why they did it, but
Money.
I think this is like what? Maybe like, because there's been so many Spider-Man series over the decades. I know it had to be at least like a good 40, 50 different series now of this character.
Oh, at least.
Yeah, I do like this cover a lot.
It's simple.
Yeah. Also like this on the back too, like his advertisement.
But they're advertising a watch.
Yeah, man, it looks real cool though. I doubt I'll buy it, but I like that. I like that advertisement.
Who the hell still buys watches?
Oh, you'd be surprised. Some people buy just, flaunt them. And, that's mostly like people like, bling and all that kind of stuff.
All right, now I'm setting her a challenge today. Let's see if we can get this done in under 5 minutes.
Yeah. You get like a little flashback to, the origin story of Peter Parker that we know so well, how he got bit by the spider for the first time and became Spider-Man.
There are amoeba on Saturn who know Spider-Man's origin by this point. What's the point?
Now, we start getting into the story. Now, this is where things get real interesting. Turns out Peter's working for Norman Osborn now. He's working for Oscorp. Norman wants him to recover a van of supplies that got stolen. He knows he's Spider-Man too, so he pretty much asked Peter to go as Spider-Man, keep it from falling into the hands of the police and all that kind of stuff. Which he does since, that's his boss. Meanwhile, they're like trying to get away. Spider-Man kind of has this gadget of his, it's like some kind of spider that I guess, can like shock things or something like that. Yeah, they really doing a lot of different things with the character now they weren't doing before.
I'm pretty sure that was one of the power-ups in the last game that came out for PS4.
Oh.
Awesome game, by the way. 100%'d it.
I never played it. Yeah, I'm behind on video games. Meanwhile, Spider-Man saves a mother and a child from almost getting hit by the van that he stopped from like getting away. Oh yeah, it's a funny scene down here too. Like the mother said, like, forget about the shoes, just go kick his ass. And as you say, Spider-Man. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Well, Spider-Man is well known for being obsessed with shoes.
Yeah. So then Spider-Man goes back to the van. Bad guys pretty much trying to take aim at him. Spider-Man just kind of toying with them. It's like a small audience watching them too and recording them on their phones. Spider-Man's like pretty much like singing like a different version of like the famous Spider-Man theme as he like beats them up. I found that pretty cool. A hyphen, man. Yeah, because he's like saying it's like a hyphen in his name. They said it too fast.
Oh, so they said Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I knew a guy named Snyderman once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were in high school and we used to call him the Amazing Snyder Man.
Yeah. I could wonder if anyone calls Zack Snyder that on The Office. But yeah, he takes care of the bad guys, but something else is brewing while all this is going on. We see, keep forgetting her name. I know I've seen her before. Oh yeah, it's Shathra. Shathra's kind of watching from a different Earth.
Loom World.
Yeah, she like trying to plot how she gonna finally bring down Spider-Man.
Shatter, that sounds like a knockoff soda.
Yeah. And yeah, this is like a spider sanctuary and like yet another different Earth. This issue jumping around like different universes. This is a Spider-Verse story. I know see like a few like I don't really, cause I know Spider-Man family and got so damn big now.
Let me see what that says. Which Earth? You'll find out. Okay, so we don't know these characters yet.
Yeah, they're like trying to open the portal to go like send some help to Peter, cause they know like something real bad is getting ready to happen. I know Spider-Man's like pretty much talking to like the audience that was watching him take out them bad guys, but then you know it's like somebody real dangerous is coming. Meanwhile, a portal opens up. Like all these like, I don't think they're spiders, but like I guess you say like these insects start raining down. It's like a major villains coming.
Are they fleas?
Maybe. I know they like stinging people and all that kind of stuff.
Ooh, must be the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
But then you see who it is coming.
We see a leg,
Yeah.
and your fingers are covering it, so I can't see it.
I know we see Morlun coming. Spider-Man is like decides to move quick to take the battle to him. Cause he used to Morlun trying to kill him.
So is Moreland like Morbius' son or something?
You look like him. I don't know, because I don't really know about this character at all. Like talking about it.
Well, I mean, obviously this isn't the main Spider-Man because he's got like the I don't know what you call that color, but when you light up a glow stick and it's just about dead, but it's not its original color.
Yeah.
That's what color his eyes are.
Yeah, there's so many Spider-Mans now. And then like Spider-Man tries to take the fight to Morlun, but Morlun like pretty much dusting them off like it ain't nothing. Cause like Morlun's like trying to talk to him, but Spider-Man ain't hearing it. He keeps trying to go for him. But Morlun's fending them off.
I just love that pose. This guy's like, Peter.
Yeah. But then he grabbed, cause he's getting like frustrated with Spider-Man. He just grabs and like pretty much bounces him around. Till finally he just like destroys Spider-Man's mask and he leaves him like pretty much bloodied on the ground.
I mean, back in my neighborhood, we call that the Tony treatment.
Yeah.
Does anybody in the town want to bounce around?
But then, unbeknownst to Peter, I know like some help arrives in the form of Miles Morales and Spider-Woman. They arrive to come help him out. They subdue Morlun. They pretty much tell him like something's going on with the Spider-Verse. And that alarms Peter.
Oh, Silk is there too.
Oh yeah.
I like Silk.
Yeah, I like her too. Well, I don't spoil like the new comics. I'm just gonna stop it there. I do love the artwork and.
Well, you didn't quite make it in 5 minutes, but that was much better.
I definitely have to give that one give that a 5.
No, we do new comics out of 10.
Oh, yeah, give that one a 10. The artwork is great. The story seems epic. This is obviously the beginning of something big. It's like a Spider-Verse story, so you know how them things get.
I wonder if they're gonna like bring back newspaper comic Spider-Man, because that was like the one dimension that the bad guy in the last Spider-Verse event wasn't able to destroy because it was too chronologically unstable.
Yeah. I will say, I will say Spider Noir appears later in that book too, but
Who?
I ain't gonna say what happens though.
Who's Spider-Nor?
Like the detective, like the Spider-Man that got that long coat and he like carried a gun and all that stuff.
Oh, Noir.
Yeah, Spider Noir, yeah. Cause he appears, I ain't gonna say what happens though. He shows up a little bit later.
Noir. You made it sound like, it was like if Namor became Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah. But yeah, it's an epic story. I definitely recommend it to you. I think it's annoying how like Marvel seem like it's starting to get to where they have like 4 or 5 different Spider-Mans going again, but this is definitely worth it. Great first issue.
Is it worth it? Will you work it? Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it? It's yours if it did.
I know. Also, you got another #1 is a blast from the past from 1992 in Silver Sable in the Wild Pack. I love this cover.
Yeah, it's the kind that it's basically cardboard and you can like feel certain parts because it's raised.
Yeah.
What old-timey computer geeks used to call feelies.
Yeah, the Spider-Man is in this one too. Wouldn't you know that?
Well, Spider-Man wasn't everything back then. He was like that generation's Wolverine.
Well, to be fair, Silver Sable was introduced in Spider-Man in the 80s.
And now it's saying, lick this.
Yeah, it's an old candy advertisement.
So did they actually want us to lick the paper? Was there something attached to it?
Oh, nah, it wants to lick the paper and it's just like saying like, like a real sweet tart, tastes amazing and all that kind of stuff.
Because, I ate paper once. It wasn't great.
Yeah. We see like Silver Sable like...
Tried to eat a leaf, but it got caught in my braces.
Oh. And some wild stories. You see Silver Sable doing battle with what we're gonna soon find out is a possible recruit for the Wild Pack. Gonna also notice something interesting too. Cause they end up like going in the water. You think Silver Sable thinking that she's gonna drown them. But then meanwhile some other people are trying to shoot at her, but she throws a couple of her, keep wondering what she calls them things. A couple of her jars to like pretty much like slow down the shooting and all that stuff. Then the guy that she thought would drown came back.
Yeah, that's something they did a lot in the 90s, like overly, unnecessarily badass training sequences.
Yeah. And then she ends up kicking him, and then the whole thing keeps going on. You're about to see something real interesting.
Is it a cow?
No, just a certain villain that you used to seeing as a bad guy.
A villain that we see as a bad guy, you say?
Yeah. But like the battle between her and this recruit rages on. Then you see a Sandman. A Sandman actually working with the Silver Sable. Actually, it's also around time like Sandman was briefly in the Avengers too. He has quite an interesting history.
And he was played by Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah. Then it's like the people like overseeing the training like disappointed in like the recruits, even though Silver Sable likes the guy that didn't drown. Knows like she wants to take him on and make him a member of the Wild Pack. I know. Meanwhile, like Silver Sable's like being briefed on like some possible assignments to.
While naked.
Yeah, getting a massage and all that.
Mm.
And she decides to go on this like assignment to go rescue some children that are being held hostage by like Hydra terrorists.
I'd like to point out that they go out of their way to draw it so that we can see that she's wearing panties, but the fact that the towel isn't large enough to cover that somehow makes it dirtier.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that 90s artwork for you.
At least it's not a thong.
Yeah, they used to do that a whole lot too. That's with Wonder Woman back in them days.
I'm just glad this is too early in the 90s for her to have a bare midriff costume. I hated that trend.
Yeah.
I mean, in real life, it's kind of mad, but on superhero costumes, it's stupid.
Hell yeah. Then it's like,
You remember when the Huntress did that?
oh yeah, I didn't like that at all too much. We see like the Wild Pack heading out, you know. Obviously, Silver Sable really doesn't want them to accompany her on the mission to go rescue them kids, but they decide to go anyway.
But of course, there's Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, because Peter Parker pretty much gonna go, you know, swing into action. The Silver Sable's already in the school. She starts like picking off the terrorists one by one. And then Spider-Man comes in there. Silver Sable's not happy to see him at all.
Well, he's unnecessary. She's already done.
Yeah, because like he's pretty much telling like Spider-Man stay out of her way and all that kind of stuff. Spider-Man just kind of taking it, you know.
You know, I thought about it. I would say Spider-Man's probably definitely a sub.
Yeah. Then, you know, the Hydra terrorists all gathered around with the hostages. This Anna, actually, this is Silver Sable's niece. And she talking back to him. That really angers him. He starts threatening her. Then Spider-Man starts like getting his way into the building, start taking out some of the terrorists and helping Silver Sable out.
Are we halfway through already?
Yeah. But then the Wild Pack is on their way. Even though they already know that Silver Sable didn't want them to come, but they, like I said, they're going to do it anyway. It's going to lead something funny at the end. While Silver Sable's attacking the terrorists, Spider-Man's crawling down looking for another way in to see where like the hostages are. And then Silver Sable's pretty much taking out the terrorists one by one as usual. There's a nice little twist coming at the end too.
Oh god, this wasn't another training exercise, was it?
Nah, it ain't that. Nah, this one was legit. So then we see the members of the Wild Pack start coming in, like much to the chagrin of Silver Sable. And then Sandman's there, he trying to help out too. And then the Silver Sable finally gets to the main terrorists holding their niece hostage at gunpoint. Turns out this guy actually was a former lover of the Silver Sable.
Actually, hold on a second. The April Coolometer. At the top of for coolness, it's Blue Man Group, and at the bottom, it's fast food. Random.
Yeah. They used to do them things back then, the bullpen bulletins. And then Spider-Man fights off like some of the terrorists. Silver Sable's trying to get a clean shot at the guy that's holding her niece hostage. And then meanwhile, Sandman gets to him and attacks him. I know she like pretty much throws into the Sandman, pretty much diffused the situation, but then like something funny coming up. Silver Sable didn't want the Wild Pack to come near. She said she was like docking them to pay for 2 weeks. And then Sandman tried to say something. He said he docked the Sandman 3 weeks worth of pay for saying something. And they pretty much head out. Yeah.
Hard boss.
Yeah. Well, I always did find Sable an interesting character. I'm surprised she never appeared in none of the Spider-Man movies yet.
But she was in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause I always thought like she'd be a great fit in like one of those Spider-Man films, but they just haven't pulled that trigger yet. I don't know if they will at this point. There's been like 3 different series. She still never showed up yet.
All right, so out of 5.
Probably give it a 3.5. It's obviously buried in a lot of 90s cliches.
Yep.
But I still like the story. Simple. Having Spider-Man there helped out a bit too.
It was short. I like that.
Yeah, and I think this is a good first issue. I know the series didn't last very long, but I have a few other issues of it. It's pretty good for what it was. And I do think Silver Sable deserve another chance. 'Cause I think she could really hit big now. All these women, like characters getting to shine, like Captain Marvel, Wonder Woman, and all of them. I think she came up now. She really make a big splash if done right.
All right, so what's on tap for next week?
Well, actually later this week we're gonna review Wakanda #1. Just ahead of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever coming out. Yeah, we gonna see that one.
Yep. Depending on whether or not it's sold out, we might not see it opening night, but we're definitely going to try to.
Yeah, I can't wait. I hope it was worth the long wait too. 'Cause I remember how big a night the opening of the first movie was. I went to go see it when it came out. That theater was packed like crazy. I bet you at least 95% of everybody in that theater at that time was going to see Black Panther.
Alrighty.
I bet you almost all them other movies empty too that night.
Cool. So remember to like, remember to subscribe, remember to share.
Yeah, and keep them views coming because we definitely appreciate the support. And thank you for everything.
And follow the Instagram.
Yeah.
We're going to put a link to that below.
Yeah, and also we're going to make some more shorts too.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So until next time, love, peace, and chicken grease.
Yeah.